everybody, and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to talk about the 5 books that I want to read before the end of the year. So I have 5 books. 2 of them is in English and the rest of them is in Swedish, I think. So we have yeah, so let's just go through them. This is a Swedish book called Godmode. I got this as an arc to read. So my plan is to read this before the end of the year. It's a horror book. Then I want to finish a trilogy by Malin V. Olsson. Rättvisans skugga is the third book, but if I remember correctly, there will be a 4th book in this series. So, but I want to continue with the series. So yes, and by the way, the cover is stunning. Then I want to read a Stephen King book as usual. Like, I've been reading a lot of Stephen King this year. I've been reading the Dark Tower series, a few of them, but I want to read something with horror because Stephen King is known for his horror, and yes. And this is a book that is on my list of books that I want to read in 2023. So it's The Dead Zone by Stephen King. I haven't read it yet, but my plan is to read this book before the end of the year. Like, I really want to read this before next year. Like, I've had this on my shelf for a while now, and I think it's time for me to read it, and it's been calling out to me, so I think it's time. And I actually have an audiobook for this, so I think I can make it. Then I have a Swedish book that I got from a friend, or she has a group on Facebook where you can, if you have a blog, you can like share your blog, and then we will just go to each other's blogs and comment on them. One year, I think was last year or the year, she gave me a book, and this is also a book that's been calling out to me for a while now, and she's been asking me if I read it, and no, I haven't read it yet, but now I'm planning on to try to read it, because I have no audiobook for this, but Pojken I ån I want to read. It's a thriller. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's something dark and going on. Sounds like something I would really like. But yes, I'm planning on to try to read it now, because this book has actually been calling out to me. So yes, and then I have a book that's been on my shelf for 2 years, I guess. And this is also a book that's on my list of books that I want to read before in 2023. And so I think it's time for me to try to finish this book, or at least try to start reading it, because it's on my list of books I want to read this year. It's been on my shelf for a while. I want to try to read more of my own books. Tales of the Hinterland. I know that this book has been in a few of my videos, and I think it's time for me to actually read this one. It's not that long either. It's like 200 pages, so I think it should be quite easy for me to read it. The thing is though, is I don't have an audiobook for it. I wish I had, but it's 200 pages, so I think I could make it without. So, but yeah, it's time for me to read this one. It's starting to get real ridiculous that this one is in my videos, but I haven't read it yet. But it's time. So that is all the books that I want to read before the end of the year. Like this, I know it's like December in a few weeks. I'm getting a little bit stressed about it, but I'm gonna try to at least read 3 of them. Or I hope and want to read all of them. But yes, because like I said, I want to read more of my own books. Like, I have so many of them and they are just standing there, so it's time for me to read them. But yeah, what are some of the books that you want to read before the end of the year? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.